And so it's like you're the worst of the worst or you're the best of the best of how they look at you and want to treat you. They're going to love you and hate you at the same time. If they could, they're going to think about it. She's probably making all that money over there in Russia, but one little thing, you telling me they're not smoking weed in Russia? 100%. 100%. And for a weed cartridge, you get 9 months? Stop it. Stop it. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but it is what it is. Once you get over here long enough, you start seeing it is for what it is. You don't let it affect you. You just keep pushing and go and know what you're over there for. You know? Just know what you're over there for. You're over there to get this check, to get this money, to play, to enjoy your life. Hey, if you smoke, there's countries, Uruguay, it's illegal. Go to places that where you can do that. Understand situations that you're getting into before you get into them, because it doesn't really matter sometimes. Like you can get what you want, but just know where to go to get those things. And I want to read the article. I want to like paraphrase. She said, "I'm never going overseas to play again unless I'm representing my country in the Olympics." She's traumatized. She is traumatized. You hear me? And I don't blame her for being traumatized. I do not blame her for being traumatized, because that's a traumatic situation. She said the whole reason a lot of us go overseas is the pay gap, meaning in America, the pay gap from the WNBA. A lot of us go over there to make an income to support our families. I don't knock any player that wants to go overseas. That means that she knows that you need that money. And if you want to do it as a professional, especially as a female, you got to get in the right leagues, and you can't. I guess people who don't know about like WNBA and women's basketball, they don't really, because it's starting to get more popular with newer, like the whole, what's the girl from LSU, that whole situation in the national championship game. Those type of stuff that just happened bring more light into women's basketball. But let's keep it a buck. Women's basketball is just not limelighted. Unless you're in the sport, you really wouldn't understand how good some of these girls are when they're playing. Like, they are amazing, but the light is not being shown on them. So with these situations, these help. But it's going to be a while before we get to that point where it's just like the average player can go overseas and get $7,000 a month on a 9-month. Like, it's not happening just like that. That's a good paying. You get 5. You know, that's tough. I know guys that can't get $5K a month playing overseas basketball 5-6 years in for multiple seasons. You might catch it for one league, but 5 years in a row, you're getting at least $5,000 a month for an extended period of 7 months. Think about it. The average season is about 6 to 8 months. So 7 right in the middle, and you're getting 5. That's $45K a month because you're not working those other things. Maybe in your earlier years, you'll probably get about another job. So sometimes if you're really out there and you're playing well enough, you can catch about 10 months in a season. It's time. Depending on you going, you can get 2 seasons in, 10 months you can get in a year. So you're always going to have about 2 months off, and you're making 5, that's $50K a month. Making $50K a month successfully for 5 years straight, it's unheard of. I'm telling you, it's unheard of. It's tough. Is it possible? Yes. If you know how to navigate, if you know how the markets are, if you put it, it's a lot of factors that goes into it. Some people think that my bag just increased just because I say it should increase. And you think that every season, every place you go to, you're going to get the same money every single time. Now, there are guys, don't get me twisted, there are guys who are making that paper consistently. But the majority of guys, it's not happening like that. You have to work and really be strategic about the way that you move to get that. That's male and female. You got to know where you're going. What does this team lead to? Who do they go to next? Who can I go to next? That's probably going to pay me this money. Can I establish in a relationship with this team that will pay me this money for 2 years in a row? Most guys sign 2-year deals. They maybe get 3 years, leave, come back because they love the team. But just say 3 years, 6K. You want to get somewhere you at least getting a 3-year, 6K a month in about an 8-month season. You're clearing about 50. Go play somewhere else for another 15. We're talking about 65. If you get to where you're making 70 a year from playing basketball, 10 months out of the year, you're winning. You hear me? You're winning. Consistently 70 grand a year. If you don't understand how hard it is for players to get to that level, I'm telling you, consistent. That's the key thing. Some guys they'll hit a real quick lick, because there's so much that goes into it that I want you guys to understand that you may not, like, people don't put into perspective. Yes, I made the money, but I'm guys who don't have money management skills, and majority of us basketball players, I don't know if it's, I was just talking to my best friend. I was talking to Deuce from the Tap Athletics show. Make sure you guys go and tap in with Tap Athletics 22. Shout out to Deuce, my homeboy, my best friend from college. Grammy and T all day. But we were literally just talking about finances. And that is such an important aspect when it comes to not only just basketball, but your life as well. And if you don't have the right financial education, financial literacy, like, it has to be more than just basketball. You have to have the financial literacy to be able to sustain the money that you're getting. If you get paid $15,000 for 5 months, that's 60 bands, and then turn around and go make 6 for another, and you don't have any financial literacy, you're gonna think this always comes back. So I can't tell you how many times I've seen players, including myself, go make some money, have a good season, hey, win a championship, and go blow the bag. Because I'm finna blow a bag, I'm gonna get it right back. I'm gonna go blow this, or I'm gonna have me a good time. Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe on our YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you listen to your podcast. I greatly appreciate it.